I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting. The last time I posted was, I think 10 days ago or something like that. 13 days ago. I'm sorry about that. And I'm gonna tell you why I missed 1 week of uploading. So since December, I have been coughing like non-stop since the beginning of December. And at first I thought it was like a cold because my nose was like runny and stuff. So I was like, okay, it's like a minor cold. But not a minor cold because I had like a massive cough and it's been there for a really long time. First week of January, I went to go one of my like relatives' house or something, and we went to go do something. Girl, I was freezing. It felt like it was below 0 degrees Celsius, and I didn't know why, but I was like so cold. My head was hurting me, and usually my head hurts when I'm like dehydrated or I haven't eaten, but I ate like a full course meal a couple hours ago. So I was like, why is my head hurting me? So I was shivering, my head was hurting me. I just wasn't feeling up to par, and my cough had gotten worse. Like at first it was just like a regular cough, but then the cough turned into like itchiness in my throat, and it was feeling really irritated. So my mom and I that day, literally, we went to about 6 places. Mind you, we're going from place to place to place, and they're telling us the same thing. They don't have home kits, or they never got home kits in the first place, or the home kits have been sold out and the appointments are 2 weeks out. So the next time we could get an available appointment would be around this week. And so I was like, yeah, no. So I'm in my mom's car crying because I just don't feel well and I know something's wrong. So I go take my temperature. When we get home, it's 100. So at this point, it's a fever. So I take a hot shower. You know, my mom's African, so she's giving me all these home remedies of ginger and lemonade and all this stuff. And I said lemonade, lemon, and like all these things. Next day I wake up, I take my temperature, it's 101. I said, at this rate, so at this point I'm like, okay, I feel like I have COVID. Thank God we had a friend who gave us a link to go get COVID tested. We did, and they told us it was 2 to 3 days. Tell me why we got the results like a week later. I tested positive, so your girl got COVID. And I'm so upset because I've literally took all the necessary precautions. I have my vaccine, and I know even with the vaccine and taking all the necessary precautions, you still can get it because this Omicron or Omarion or whatever it's called is very infectious. And I know where I got it from work. I know I got it from work. I was not in contact with anybody that had COVID that I was aware of, but I was really upset because the news people, they were saying, you can get COVID test anywhere. You can go anywhere to get a COVID test. You can get a home test. You can get this. Tell me why in my area I couldn't even get an appointment. That's how much it was. There's so many people that have COVID. Wear your mask. Nobody likes wearing a mask. Nobody likes huffing and puffing, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? We've been in this pandemic for 2 years. At this point, like, I feel like we should kind of know what we're supposed to be doing. At least in my area, it was so difficult to even get an appointment. So I can't even imagine the people that have COVID that are just walking around aimlessly and they don't even know. I feel like this year and like last year, everybody's kind of like relaxed a little bit because we have vaccines and stuff, but that still doesn't matter. It's very much in the air. Now you breathe it. You can go outside, go, and then Omicron. It's crazy how quick people are getting it. Now I feel a little better, but I still feel like really weak. Crazy. That's why I haven't been filming, but I am back. Your girl is back. I'm going to film videos. When the vaccine came out, I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to actually take the vaccine. I was a little apprehensive the first time I like took it. I was like, I don't know what I'm putting in my body, but honestly, I feel like it helped me, my symptoms to be super mild. I did have a fever and other stuff like that, but it's not compared to some people who are on a ventilator. I think that getting the vaccine was a good idea, but even if you don't get the vaccine, wear your mask. People are dying. There's so many people who are dying from this, and people are not taking it seriously. Wear your mask and be careful and wash your hands. Like, just take the necessary precautions you need to. Nobody wants to wear a mask. It's always falling off. You can't breathe. I know for me, when I was on my school campus, when I was walking up the stairs, I was huffing and puffing because I could not breathe. But we have to do what we have to do. At this rate, we're gonna be in this pandemic for 5, 6, 7 years. And CDC, that's another thing. I wanna talk to CDC, because how do we go from 14 days to 5 days of quarantine? That does not make sense. People are out here still having COVID. You can have COVID and still go to work. At this point, they might as well just say don't quarantine, just go outside. Because 5 days? Like, if you have like a cold or a flu, it does not take 5 days for the cold or flu to go down. So what makes you think COVID's gonna go away in 5 days? It just doesn't make sense to me. I literally told my boss, I was like, I can't breathe. I was having a hard time breathing. I was like, and I do not feel good. She said, okay, see you to work tomorrow. What? Thank God I didn't lose sense of smell and taste. I thought I did. I think I was being a little dramatic because the first day I was drinking tea, I was like, I can't taste it. But I was just being dramatic. I could taste And yesterday I was watching on the news that they were talking about one hospital in particular that I live, and they were like, yeah, there's about 16,000 patients in the waiting room. That's not normal. And they were talking about like, yeah, we didn't anticipate COVID being this severe. Dr. Fauci, okay? Dr. Fauci said in the beginning, he was like, this is gonna be a normal thing and it's gonna become more and more contagious. So how did you not prepare? How did you not prepare? And it's winter. This is the time where people are having colds and flus. When I went to the pharmacy, the line was literally almost outside the door because there's so many people getting sick. People that have colds and stuff that could easily disappear with a simple antibiotic can't even go to get their antibiotic because there's so many people for COVID. It's crazy. Like, this particular like time in our lives is so crazy. And then you got the schools not closing down. Let me tell you something. I don't know about other places, but where I live, CCSD CCSD doesn't know what it's doing. CCSD goes, okay, guys, let's go back to school. And they're like, actually, the cases have been so much, we're gonna close down for 4 days and go back to school. And school opened up yesterday. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You might as well just close it for a week and then resume the next. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we should have just had like for 2 or 3 weeks just to see how, because the cases have been skyrocketing. We've hit a whole, I can't even speak the English. We hit a
when I want to explain it, my head will be headache me.
We've hit an all-time high of cases. I think I was watching something, and don't quote me on this, but the guy said that the cases have exceeded at this time when the pandemic hit. At this time, we've exceeded it more than when the, I don't know what I'm saying, but basically the cases have exceeded more than we've like ever seen since this pandemic. There we go. And I know people are gonna be like, the economy. Okay, well, we're not gonna have an economy if everybody's dead. So I think we should close down for a couple of weeks or something, or do something. Like, everybody in my life that I've talked to either has had COVID, suspected they had COVID, or is about to get COVID. And it's just like, at this rate, be safe out there, guys, because it is crazy. And now there's people walking around actively having COVID because the 5 days that CDC wanted to do, I honestly don't even know what to say at this point. But I mean, yeah, so that's why I've been gone. It's just because of this whole Omicron whatever thing. And I still can't get a test. I want to retest because I at least want to have a negative before I go back to school. Even though CDC said whatever. I feel like CDC just getting bullied by people, so that's why they're saying 5 days. It's just this terrible cough, like the lingering cough. I've had this cough since literally low-key the end of November of last year, and it's still here. So it's something I'm very much trying to get rid of. Since I missed 1 week of uploading, I think I'm gonna post another video, hopefully trying to post at least 2 videos this week because I missed the last week's upload. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If this is the first video you're watching with, please watch another video because I'm not always like this, okay? I just am not feeling good today. That's everything. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Be safe, guys. 2022 is going to be a good year. It started off rough, but it's gonna get better. I love you guys. Stay inspired. Bye.